We're on. Okay. I really thought this camera would be better quality than this, but apparently I was wrong. Sucks. What's up? Trying to go and make sure my friend gets the notification that we're here. Don't appear that he's gotten anything. Fred actually got the notification. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna play some music until we've got somebody in here with us. Well, I guess that ain't gonna be that fun to play, huh?
Man, this feels weird. First time I've had my wedding. I could look this morning.
Oh, hey Silas, how you doing today? How you doing tonight, man? Let me go ahead and see if I can get you in here. The YouTube control room is a little bit more different than the actual room. See if you can actually get in there. Oh, you're alive. Ah. Go and see if that link I gave you worked. Oh, well, crap. Rather. Oh, that's not gonna work. Don't know if any other way to let you in. They've got a different way of making this work. I just need to see how it. Well, it ain't like that. Not a popped out chat. You got a 404. Let me try this myself. Oh, well, I don't want to leave the site. Ah. For some reason, they're not using the Hangout, so it looks like we're just gonna only be able to talk from one end to another. You still got that Alienware desktop that you bought? Oh, you finally got rid of it. What'd you do with it? Let me show you a ThinkPad laptop I've been looking at. It's a nice one. Oh, well, that don't sound good. Let me go ahead and show you what a laptop I've been looking at, but it's like $100 on eBay, and because you know me, I don't really like paying over $100 for something over the age of 10 years old that you can't use as a main computer. It is. It's supposed to have Windows 98 on it. I wouldn't mind owning one myself. So how many computers you have in the fleet now, Silas? But this is the you got your IBM, your Dell Optiplex, and your Windows 10. You looking to get any more? This is the IBM ThinkPad 600X's ugly brother. That's a Lenovo. with Windows, I think 8 on it. That's that is its ugly brother. Well, it does kind of look similar, but anything that Lenovo designed, I just flat out don't want. I'd rather have the IBM variant. Here's the IBM X41. That's nice. Ooh, yeah, not surprised. That's a nice looking laptop, isn't it? Trying to show you that 770 I've got, or that 770 that my dad used to have. That aspect ratio. True. Here's one of these IBM ThinkPad 770s. My dad has one of these that he plays cards on every now and then. He's got Windows 98 installed with 128 megabytes of RAM on the thing. Well, I mean, he's got a big CD full of games on it that he plays sometimes whenever it gets booted up. It's not been booted up here lately because we're trying to find the hard drive for it, but whenever the hard drive has been located, I might make a video about it if you will let me. Well, he actually uses it as a backup computer for his work. Since it's an offline, all he does is keep route sheets on it, so there's not much to be done with it as of this point. I've told him I'll put 256 megabytes of RAM out on it for him, so we can have a little bit more room for Windows 98. But he just won't let. He just don't think that that's a good idea because he thinks that 128 is too much for what he is doing. So. But what you could have done with that Alienware desktop, Silas, is you could have sent it to LGR. Huh. Yeah. But you could have sent that Alienware computer to LGR just to see his reaction. That would have been funny. Yeah, that would be his reaction. He'd be like, okay, to the person that sent me that Alienware desktop, I sent you back a bomb. This is a Dell Inspiron 8200. My dad used to have one of these too. He threw it out because it didn't work. Oh, that sucks. But yeah, my dad used to use one of these too. It quit working, so he threw it away. Mm. Windows XP, yeah. I think he had Windows 98 installed on it though. It had like 128 megs of RAM. He couldn't find memory for it, so he put Windows 98 Second Edition on it, and it worked for a little bit. You want your you still need to get you a debit card, save you up some money, and buy you an XP installation disk and put that on it because Vista sucks. And excuse me for my language, but Vista fucking sucks. That's just the only way I can look at it. This was my dad's very first laptop that he used. I believe that's still laying around somewhere. Wish that screen would quit going black. Yeah, that's a Zenith Data Systems laptop. I think it's got an 8086 and Windows 2.1 installed. And then he upgraded to this. This is the laptop that almost exploded on me. Yeah, but it's supposed to have Windows 3.1 installed. For the short time it was on, it did work, but then it just went. It didn't do that, but it almost did that. If I just got a notification, we're just going to ignore that. And went right from that to the 760 XL, one that looked just like this. He's still got this one laying around too, and it does still work. I think he had Windows 95 installed and Windows 98. Welcome to the chat, Henry Gonzalez. Nice to see you here, bud. Then upgraded to that 770, which he uses semi regularly. It's his backup laptop basically. And then this is what he was using before the hard drive went out on. Nothing much, Henry. I've just been me and my buddy Silas over here, we've been doing some computer talk. But I've been mostly getting ready for this live stream we're doing. But this is the one that he used before its hard drive went down. We still don't know why the hard drive died in it. Well, he's trying to reinstall Windows XP on it, but it's not wanting to do it. Thank God it didn't come with the blatant copy of Windows Vista, which it obviously could have. Oh. And this next one I'm about to show you, since I've got it over here, I'm just going to grab it to show to you. Hopefully it ain't. Assuming I can get to it. Oh, that's not worth it. Never mind. If you haven't seen them, you should see my computer review episodes. I have like 7 of them out. See, I made the channel because I loved gaming, then I went into my computer interest, and it just tethers between the two. This was the laptop that I was going to show you, Silas. This is the one I've got sitting in the corner over there that had a motherboard failure. It worked great up until the day it quit working. Ah. It is. It's always a depressing thing, Silas. I've live streamed a couple of games, Henry. Sometimes I live stream Xbox, sometimes I do PS2. I can't do Nintendo because they copyright everything I try to put out. Not sure what their deal is about that, but it's there, but it's just not worth it to me. So I play mostly PlayStation, Xbox. They're nice looking laptops. I am not going to lie. Another one I was looking at back in December of 2017, my dad tried to help me find it, but kept having issues with trying to find it because it was going on eBay more than it was worth. Then I went to a church sale and it was right there, and someone grabbed it right as I was going to get it. That would have been this. It's a Dell Inspiron 900. Yes, Henry, you've got to change your thing up. Otherwise, no one's going to want to watch you game because you're playing the same game over and over again. You've got to change it up at least a little bit, right? The 1501, like I said, that thing worked great until the hard drive failed on it. It was this computer right here that my dad managed to get to run Windows 95 on. That is a 286. Can you not find the sound driver, Silas? That is true, Henry. You've got to change your thing up every time. That's what CM Retro does, and he gets a lot of people from it. My dad argued with Microsoft for a long time over that. Took him 18 hours to do the installation, and when he did, he called Microsoft and said, "I know something you don't." Just like that. But that was one of the first desktops that my dad had used. It was a Sadly, none of them machines are still working. Something else that happened is my dad had an Aptiva like this one. They had it working for 2 hours, but when they went to IBM to register it, it got a virus and they had to get rid of it. That's an IBM Aptiva. Oh, yeah. Boy, ain't that the truth. I've got an old Windows 95 desktop that's got this odd virus in which sometimes when you power it on, it'll boot to the screen, the cursor will get stuck and there will be a faint line of purple dots on the top, and it'll just stay there for hours. You have to restart it, and it's always had that. It's a virus that I'm not sure of. And yes, they're there to annoy the hell out of you. That is 100% the truth. Now, I've actually got one of these computers here. I just don't have a monitor for it, otherwise it'd be in my computer room. That's a Tandy 1000 SL. Yeah, I think my computer almost got killed because of that virus. Thank God I had to stop. Thank God I was able to stop it. But I actually have one of these. I don't have a monitor for it, though. Yeah. Or, well, if you got a good antivirus, you don't got to be as worried about that. But if you got something that's too old for Defender or Norton Antivirus, you are screwed if you have to take it online. True. That is true, Silas. There are other operating systems such as Linux that when a virus comes up, it just goes away. But they make viruses for Apple. No one knows it. Oh, like I said, I use Norton by Symantec. I have to renew it every year, which is just a $35 disc, but that's not really that bad. It's not much of a trouble to me. Well, it sure kept my computer from getting viruses. Dang thing tried to install Windows 10 without my permission. It's done this 3 times, my IBM has. I've tried to stop it, but it don't do a goddamn thing. But now I just gotta keep it from trying to install Windows 10. YouTuber V Westlife bought one of these at a. I do streams like this. I'll do video game streams. I normally just do, Friday Night Live, Saturday Night Fun, stuff like that. I don't ever do nothing else that's different from that. Fellow YouTuber V Westlife bought one of these for oh. But one of my people I'm subscribed to bought one of these for $7 at Goodwill. A lucky bastard! I can't find one under 150. It is. It's a beauty, isn't it? It's an IBM ThinkPad T20, designed for Windows 98. Well, that sounds like a deal to me. Just go ahead and set your notifications so you'll get a notification every time I do go live. Then you be good. Well, if you ask me, Silas, I think the older the better. It took a long time. According to my dad, it took him a long time to learn to use XP because Microsoft closed all the back doors to, all the back doors to 95 and 98. They were all closed when XP come out. He had to basically start all over. But he says he likes 311 over XP, but I gotta disagree with him on that. 311 was good, but XP it has a simplicity to learn. And if we're done the right way, perfect antivirus software, you can still use it as if you would what I'm streaming to you now on. Oh, I know that. I know that one all too well. I hate school. I hate the schoolwork. I mean the other day I was I think it was back when I first got into school about a month ago. My teacher neglected telling me that I wasn't staying long enough in class. They said, "You answer this question at the end of the class time, you can leave." Therefore, I'd do that. I'd finish it. Never thought to tell me that I had to wait till the timer went off. Therefore, it went on for 2 months, and then she called my mom 2 months later, and then I got into trouble. But I think she should have sent an email out or sent a call out the first time that it happened, and it won't happen for 2 months. That's how school is, people. That's a good thing, Silas. You need to try like 98, 95, 3.1. Try DOS. You got two schools to go to, high school and college, but high school is trash. I got a cousin that's about 7 months older than me. They gave him he actually goes to high school. He's one grade above me, and he has to go to high school, and he said it's a nightmare and shouldn't be something to look forward to. Uh, eighth grade has been whooping my ass thoroughly. You're deciding to sleep there, Silas? College sounds like going to college is a great thing to do. They give you a dorm, they give you a place to stay, and you have to deal with being there when going to certain classes in the day. I don't know where I'm going to go to college at or if I'm even going to do it. I might go to tech school instead, you never know. Might benefit me better. I always get that. I always get the fact that I look older than I am, which is the oddity. Well, the odd thing is make fun of me if you want to, but when was going to go to preschool, they rejected me because I didn't know how to use the bathroom properly. I was lazy on that note, and it was awful. Uh, but I've had people tell me I look like I was 16 or older than that, which in this case is not very far from the truth because I did turn 15 back in November, so. I guess once you get through elementary, there's an add-on through middle school. Then when you get through there, there's an add to high school, and then to college, then on and on and on. But and in the sense that the only issue, I used to go to public school. I went to the same one for 8 years, and well, not 8 years, 7 years. I think it was 6.5 years, in fact, because I was in there from kindergarten to sixth grade. And I went there for a long time. When I got out for summer in sixth grade, I decided I wasn't going back the next year. I was tired of teachers and didn't do anything about the bullying problem. Not to mention, you got to deal with the fact that that a deranged maniac could break into the school at any time and shoot the place up. And since it's a gun-free zone, they're not gonna stop you, or that's not gonna stop them from doing so, which is the problem. So I decided to go homeschooled, and then it made it a lot easier to deal with. Therefore, that was a great decision, if you ask me. Now, I bought one of these laptops from a pawn shop in forget where it was. Yes, yes, Henry, that's exactly what you go for, and go for. Keep your grades up in middle school and high school, and you will grow, and you will most certainly get into a great college if that's what you're into. Now, I actually bought one of these laptops at a pawn shop for $20. Has Windows 7 on it. It'd be nicer if it didn't try to go to the frickin' blue screen of death every time you tried to power it on. He got you a couple of GameCube games. Wow. I've never been able to get nothing from him, considering I don't give my address off to people I don't know or know very well. I don't do the fan mail thing because I don't want people knowing my actual address, if that makes sense. So, have you ever found anything nice at Unit 5 Electronics, Silas? They're okay. They're okay systems. I've got what's it called? Swear I should know. I know this. I know the title. Well, I don't know CM or any of his friends well enough to give them my address. It's just not worth the possibility that someone could obtain my IP address and track me down and try to hurt me. It's just not worth that. Crash Bandicoot, that's what I got for GameCube. Great game. It is awesome to play. I recommend that for anybody who has a system like that. You should get it for PS2 also. It's again great game. It's perfect. Yes, me. I actually have Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex. I've been watching CM Retro since June of 2017. You know, if you ever can look, or if you think around a little bit, you can find one of those game conventions. There's one in Portland this year, and I'm thinking of scraping the money together and go flying up there and doing that. Seems like it'd be a fun thing to do. There's one in Portland, Oregon this year, and it's probably it's very much worth going. I mean, I know I'm probably not going to have enough to do so. Oh, that's an easy one. PlayStation 2. I've had it longer than any of them. I have more games for it than any of them. I know where to get the stuff cheaply. And it's the number one system I would recommend giving to a kid as a first. I mean, you can get a lot of games that are rated E for everyone, rather than having everything be rated M on the PlayStation 4. Yeah, all hail PlayStation. PlayStation beats Xbox. I mean, I got a 360 on a shelf over here. I could care less if it went out on me. I didn't give very much for it, therefore I don't really care about its well-being all that much. But I've got some titles on it like GTA San Andreas, and I might buy Far Cry for it in a couple weeks. I think I paid $40 for that Xbox over there. Not bad at all. Oh yes, you cannot forget that. You got a Hail IBM as well. They are probably the best brand that ever came along. IBM is the god of computers. Silas will agree with me on that. Yeah, him and his friends are great people to hang around with. I mean, it's great getting on live stream and talking with them. You know, I got on a couple hangout streams with him, and it was really fun, man. If you can, you should ask on their next hangouts if you can join in. If they let you, they'll give you a link and they'll let you in. Yes, IBM is the holy grail of computing. It's sad that they were bought out by Lenovo. Let me tell you this, Lenovo will never, ever match what IBM did. Yes, they only make software now, but Lenovo can't match what they did, you know? I mean, I still use an IBM ThinkCentre 8187 as my main computer. This laptop I'm talking to you now on is a HP laptop that's got Windows 10 on it, and it's my school laptop, which is which which I can use for YouTube as well. I gave like $390 for it. Well, I started the very first channel I ever made was in November of 2012. And then 4 years later, I came out with another channel, which was under what they believed is a fake name, which is no long, which I don't know if it's still around or not. But I made that in 2016, and then a couple months later, I've come out with this one you're watching now. February. I started making videos on February 18th of 2017. Silas has almost been around that long. But I've been YouTubing for almost 2 years now. It'll be 2 years the 18th. The only issue with YouTubing for me is I'm not always motivated to make a video. Silas, I think your account's been around longer than that. Because there's videos from 2013 and 2014 on your channel. You made a... I think you made a 2 parts of... Yeah, it's been around for like 5 years, a lot longer than my current one's been around. Well, when I don't post, Social Blade drops my ranking status and I lose subscribers, so I have to I've gotta really get motivated to post. You know? I gotta get more subscribers, and the only way I can do that is to just post videos as much as I can. You know, I used to get a couple thousand views a month. Now I'm not even getting 200. That's because I haven't been posting, and I've lost subscribers because of it. I don't know, Silas. Let's find out right now, bud. The last time you uploaded, Silas, was November 26th of 2018. And that was Vintage Fan versus Modern Fan. You just got to be interested in what I post, because I post stuff about computers and video games now. The most that I hate now about Microsoft is their tech support. You get an Indian person that does not know what they're talking about. And Silas will agree with me on this. It's like this. Hello, welcome to Microsoft Technical Support. It's just like this. Here's my reenactment. Yes, you've got to post something that the people watching like. And I've got a couple people that are subscribed that love computers, Silas being one of them. But you gotta put out good content. You gotta put out a lot of knowledgeable content. You gotta know what you're talking about. You gotta know great about what you're talking about. Yeah, you just gotta bring it. You gotta bring it back to life. You can order an installation disk with a registry number and reactivate your Windows. But this computer that I'm about to show you right now is what I consider the god of desktop computers. Silas and I both have one of these, and we both like them, don't we, Silas? This one, for some reason, does not do the hangouts that I'd like it to. Because if it did, you all would both be talking to me right now on the same thing as I am. Now I use Hangouts on my computer sometimes, but it's just to have calls that are outside of the actual YouTube. Okay, now Silas, you've got that 8187, but the question is, would you own this? You would? Oh yeah, I would too. I would too. I think this one's a M50 8189, just a little newer than the ThinkCenter. You've They've got one for sale for $69. 3 gig processor, 40 gig hard drive, and Windows XP. Hmm. Well, I've got to ask this then. We've seen that you love IBM, and it's not hard to see why. I actually sold one of these to my dad. This is a Dell Dimension 4300. A gamer metalhead punk nerd. Well, here's the thing that I hate the stereotype about nerds is that they all wear glasses. Clearly I don't, and I'm a big computer nerd. I know a lot about it. I'm also a game nerd as well, and I don't wear them. Which is why I don't like the stereotype of getting called a nerd because you have glasses. Not everyone if someone were to call me a nerd, I'd take it as a compliment. Not that is not a joke, by the way. I would. The one I have, it works great. It does everything that the one I sold my dad. He said it works really well. He just needs to put a hard drive in it, and I told him he needs more RAM for the thing too. But here's a computer that you might want to look into if you're going to look for some older computers that are. Ah, but here's a computer that you would want to look for, Silas. Most certainly, you would want this definitely. Well, okay, not that. Okay, not what that was not what I was looking for originally, but this is a Toshiba Satellite 105CS model. These are okay laptops. They run Windows 95, and this is what one looks like. Isn't that nice though? Well, no, because the track point was something that IBM and Toshiba were huge on at that point. Here's another really, really good little laptop to use, or to have, basically. Dell Latitude D610, Windows XP, or Windows 7. Some of them have 7. Mine's got XP, and I love the thing. It's a track point and a trackpad. They're a great computer, Silas. They really are. Because I'm not going to lie, that is a great little laptop. I've got 2 gigs of RAM, Pentium M, 1 gig processor. Yeah, that's the same with me. I love laptops from that time. There is not one that I don't like. Except for GTA San Andreas was definitely a creation from Rockstar. But GTA 3 made the PS2 famous. You can't lie about that. That is 185% the truth about that. The PS2 made GTA 3 famous, and GTA 3 made the PS2 famous. Yeah, that is kind of ironic. But I'm gonna go ahead and play a. I'm gonna go ahead and see if you guys can guys know what startup sound this is. This one will be ratherly easy because, well, yeah. All right, I'm pretty sure you guys both know what this startup sound is. Yes, San Andreas was the successor to GTA 3, most certainly. Yeah, you should easily be able to know that one. But do you know what this one is? Yes, that was an old Windows startup, Henry. Oh, correct. Now this one's hard. This one's kind of hard to confuse, but Silas, you should know this one too. Yes, that was Windows 2000, but you are correct. This is one of my favorite startup sounds that they come out with. Powerful roar of Windows 98. This one might be a little harder to recognize, but I'll hope that you do know what it is. This and you got to be real into computers to know. This is more like it though. Could you tell which one that one was, Silas? Oh, yep, Windows NT 5.0, 100% correct. All right, let's see. Anything else I can play that you might actually Again, that one should be relatively easy to know what it is. Windows Vista and Windows 7, 100% correct. That might be a little harder to know which one it is. Yes, that is Windows 3.1. Let's see, have we played all of them? Oh, we haven't played this one. Could you tell which one that was? That's Windows NT version 4.0, Silas. PS4 is a great game console. I used to hate it because I got one from Rent-A-Center and it didn't work for anything in this world. But I played one that my friend has or had, and I loved playing it after that. All right, Silas, you might not know this one. I'm gonna. This one's a little rare. If it'll play. That is Windows Longhorn, so yes, you would be right. All right, now we're gonna do shutdown sounds. Actually, that was Windows 95 shutdown sound. See? I don't know, they might have. I've just always heard that when mine shuts down. Okay, well, this one should be a little bit more simpler. This one can't be mistaken for a startup sound. See ya, Henry. It's a great time seeing you, brother. Could you tell which one that one was, Silas? Which shutdown sound that is? That's Windows 98. You are probably going to be more likely to know this one. Which one do you think that one is? Yep. Now I'm probably going to I'm most certainly probably going to go to hell for this. Have you ever heard of a channel called Nostalgia Mall?
Cheddar, jalapeno, and sour cream and onion. A spicy nacho stack.
Now, there is no way that you don't know what this shutdown sound is. Yes, obviously. Check out this video, though. Yeah, that's what you call hell. Oh, this is what I was actually looking for. I wonder if that would ever actually happen on to your computer. Okay, Silas, sir, do you have your tablet on hand? All right, so I'm gonna let this. I'm probably gonna cut the stream off in about 10 minutes, so we can do a Hangouts call together. Okay. What YouTuber is this?
That's right, Game On. You get this shit together. God damn it, nipple fuck. We're going for it, guys. Yeah, nipple fuck. God damn it.
Yes. Oh, that is awful. I wish his videos were like that now. Damn YouTube family friendly shit's kind of knocked that off.
That's right, Game On. You get this shit.
All right, in 5 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and let this stream go off. If no one else shows up, we've been on for an hour and 15 minutes. I think it's a good time to cut it off since since it didn't go the way I'd had it planned. Hmm. Which night of Five Nights at Freddy's does this call come from? Oh, you played that, haven't you? But what night did that call come in on Five Nights at Freddy's? I think that was fourth night that the phone guy got killed. All right, which YouTuber is this? Which YouTuber is this?
This is the fifth night. I can make it. I can make it. Even Pyre Go's not that bad. I don't need to check him that often if he resets. That's not even that big of an issue. You're dead. You're dead, man. You're so dead.
That's Markiplier playing Night 5. His reaction's what makes that kind of funny. Even though that was my reaction when I played it the first time too. Yeah, his reaction was funny to me. The only thing with that is that was how I was the first time I played it too. So I can't even say anything about that. I can't even say anything bad about that because that's how I reacted. Of course, this is Blasphemous HD every time it gets jump scared. I was so willing to do that. I don't even know why I did that, but I did. Oh. That was 185% worth it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and let this string go off. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Me and Silas will go ahead and have a Hangouts call when I've got this over. And I'll see everybody later, all right?